Hello everybody and welcome to today's Q&A about how to increase your Ezoic revenue with the traffic that you have. So I've got some slides to take you through, which is going to go through in-depth steps on how you can increase your revenue with the tools that are in your Ezoic dashboard. I will make sure that there are time for questions at the end, so please do ask any questions that you've got in the comments box and I'll reply to them just as soon as I can. I'm going to put a link into the comments box here for you to bookmark and take a look at later. This is a link to community where we've got a replay of this session and also where there are all the bookmarked articles that we're using today. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing to take into consideration when thinking about how Ezoic can help improve the revenue that you get to your site with the traffic that you have is around the optimization goals and Ezoic's AI. So Ezoic's AI is designed to learn how your readers react to your website and then how the position and the placement of those ads impact the readers' decisions in terms of, do they go onto a next page, do they look deeper into your website, do they sign up to your newsletter. All these different factors the AI is learning from your first day of joining with Ezoic, and that ramps up over those first 12 weeks period. The more data that the AI has, the better decisions that it can make. And so this is why we're suggesting that you don't put restrictions on your site through your Ezoic dashboard, that you can then let the AI technology make those decisions for you, and this will help you to get the better revenue and EPMV in the long run. Hi, Good Data News. Welcome to our session today. Okay, so a lot of the steps that we're going to take you through, you can do within just a couple of minutes, and you could probably run through this whole article in about an hour or so, and then start to see the revenue improving over these next couple of days. So these steps can all be found in the Ezoic Ads tab of your Ezoic dashboard, and they're really quick to do, just takes a couple of minutes to run through them all. So the first is to turn your traffic up to 100%. So you've got 100% of your traffic running through Ezoic. When you first join Ezoic, it's just set at 90%. So you can do a split test on any other ad providers that you're working with previously. So once you're established with Ezoic, we recommend turning that traffic up to 100% so that you can then get the full benefit of Ezoic across all your traffic that's coming to your site. Then we recommend to turn your optimization settings up to revenue focused. This tells the system that the revenue is the most important factor for your site, and it then lets our AI know to position the placement of the ad sizes on your site with this in mind. Then we recommend clicking on the Maximize Your Site Revenue button. So you can find this on the homepage of your Ezoic dashboard. And this then switches on a lot of our features for you automatically, which can then help you to increase your revenue. And then also remove all ad restrictions on your site that you've got as well under the ad categories. This then allows our system to be able to place the type of ads on your site that are best suited for that reader and going to get you the most money for your site as well. Okay, so let's move on to mediation. So for mediation, what we suggest with this is to get it set up on your site. It can add up to 3 times faster growth rate to your EPMV than by not having it set up. And we've got a article there which can walk you through how to quickly get that set up on your website. It doesn't take too long to do and can have a big impact, like I say, on your EPMV, potentially up to 3 times faster EPMV growth with having mediation set up than not having it on. The most important thing with mediation is that once you've got it set up, it just helps to give you that reassurance that you are not leaving any revenue on the table, that it puts Google AdSense in a position where it has to outbid itself and everyone else to place the ads on your website. And so there are some niches of traffic that Google is more than willing to do that because it's really hard traffic for it to find. So it's definitely worth taking some time to get that set up. The next thing to do is to go through the ad placeholders on your site, and we recommend starting off with your top landing pages, the top 10 landing pages, and also the top 10 pages of traffic to your site over the last 30 days, making sure you've got the anchor ad switched on, and then on your actual ad placeholder setup, making sure you've got the top of the page, under page title, under first and under second paragraph ad placeholders on your website page, and then also the vignette ad as well. Advertisers will actually choose to specifically target these particular ad placeholders. And so if they're not on your website, what will happen is the advertiser will choose not to place an ad on your site potentially. And then when that reader goes to another site that does have those ad placeholders switched on, the advertiser will then choose to place the ad in front of that reader. So you're missing out in two ways, not only from that particular ad placeholder being filled, but also from that advertiser choosing not to place ads on your website. And then the next thing to take a look at is the ad unit sizes. So it's really, really important with this to understand that you need to have a really good ad placeholder setup that has a wide variety of ad unit sizes chosen, and then from that you need to then double check that you've definitely got these three ad unit sizes selected, which are 300 by 250, 727 by 90, and 320 by 100. These ad unit sizes are one of the most popular ad units that advertisers choose to fill. So if you've removed these ad unit sizes from your website, or they just weren't there to begin with, that's going to impact your EPMV and your revenue. And just by adding those ad unit sizes in and not doing anything else, you could potentially increase your EPMV and revenue going forward. And then optimization settings. So the majority of our publishers have optimization settings through the levels dashboard that you'll then be able to access. And it gives you suggestions about what you can do to help set up your Ezoic dashboard optimally. So if you do have these, and like I say, the majority of our publishers do have optimization settings available in the Ezoic dashboard, if you go into them, you'll then be able to see your overall score, and you want to get that overall score as close as you can to 100, and you'll be able to click on each box that isn't 100 out of 100, see why you're not getting 100 out of 100, and then take those steps to be able to set those optimizations up for your website. The next step for setting up your Ezoic dashboard optimally is using your full FlickerFi quota each month. And I've put an article in here which can help you to get started with FlickerFi. If you are with Ezoic, just the standard setup, then you get 5 free videos each month. If you're part of Premium, you get 100 free videos each month. Definitely recommend to use that full quota each month. It doesn't roll over to the next month. So by using your full quota each month, you're going to be able to build up a library of videos that you can use on your website. This will help with your user experience metrics, your standing with Google. It can also help with traffic as well, because videos can rank higher than written content. But more importantly, from this presentation's point of view, it's about the revenue that these videos can bring. When you've got FlickerFi and Humix set up, FlickerFi puts those videos into your Humix dashboard, and Humix puts those videos onto your website, so you can get the ad revenue from those. And when you've got the grow and share functionality switched on with Humix, you can then monetize those site videos on your site, but also publishers on the wider Ezoic network as well can also monetize those videos. So with Humix, you need to make sure that you've got the enable ads switch toggled on in Humix. This allows Ezoic to place ads within those FlickerFi videos, and make sure that you've got both the grow and engage functions switched on in Humix. So the grow allows you to monetize videos on your site. The engage allows you to take videos from the wider publishing network and place them within your website. You can choose the functionality of these videos. You can have videos that are closer to your niche or further away from your niche, depending on what your goals are. Okay, and then the next thing to take a look at takes a little bit more time, but I've included this in here because I think it's really useful. So with big data analytics, you get a wealth of information that can help you understand more about your readers and the way they're reacting to your website, but also you can help you to understand how they're monetizing for your website. So there's a pages without revenue report, a landing pages report, a pages report, and an SEO report. So I'm just going to go to Big Data Analytics now, and we can take a look at these reports together. So when you're in Big Data Analytics, if you go to Content under this tab here, and then click on Pages Without Revenue, this will bring up all the pages on your website that currently aren't monetizing for you. Now, you may find that there's the odd one or two pages that are in there that aren't monetizing, and you may find that they've only got one reader. So you don't need to worry about that. That's just that particular page has only got one person coming to it over the time period that you've selected, and that person hasn't monetized. You don't need to worry about just the odd one page view that isn't getting monetized, but if you've got some time, it's still worth checking to make sure that there's enough ad placeholders on that website page and no objectionable content as well. Now, if you're getting, say, 50 or 100 people coming to that particular page and it's not monetizing for you, that's going to have a big impact on your overall revenue and your overall EPMV for your site as well. So with that page, what we recommend doing is opening it up in your device and just making sure it's got a really good ad placeholder set up so that the next time a reader comes along to your site and goes to that particular page, it's going to help you to get revenue. So the next report you can take a look at is your landing pages report. So what this report does is it shows you the pages that are drawing readers to your website, and also it shows you the EPMV that you're getting for those pages as well. So right at the end here, you can see where the EPMV column is. Now, with that EPMV column, what you can do is you can understand how those readers are monetizing for you and how well those particular pages are doing for you, so that when you're then making content decisions about what you next write about, you can take a look at those and think, okay, that page is monetizing really well for me from an EPMV point of view. So what I'm then going to do is be able to, the next time I create content about that section. What you can also do as well is use the pages report to open up each of those pages and then see, do you have a really good ad placeholder set up on each of these pages? So the page times that I've selected, it's just a day, just to help things load up quicker while I'm doing this presentation. Obviously, what you would want to do is do a longer length of time for the analytics of at least 30 days to be able to get a good enough spread of data to be able to make the best decisions for your site. So what I would recommend doing is opening up each of the top 10 pages, checking through the ad placeholder setup with the ad placeholders that we talked about, and also those ad units as well, and that will have a good impact on your overall revenue. And then the next report I wanted to show you was the SEO report down here for the Search Console. So when you've got your Google Search Console linked to Ezoic, what we do is take the information out there that Google provides, puts it into this big data analytics report, and then from there you're able to see the keywords people are typing into Google that Google has collected, and also you can then see the ePMV for those keywords as well. So depending on the volume of keywords that you have and the volume of traffic that you're going to come to your site will depend on the amount of data that's in here. Again, I've just chosen a short time period of a day. That's just so that this report can load up. You'll want to choose at least 30 days to be able to get a good enough selection of data for it to be meaningful to make the decisions about your website. Okay, and that's the slides I wanted to take you through today to help you understand how you can use the Ezoic dashboard with the traffic that you have to increase your overall Ezoic revenue. I've got about 14 minutes left, so plenty of time for questions. If you do have any questions and are watching live today, please do let me know in the comments box there. If you're watching them on replay, then please do head over to the Q&A section within community about how to increase your Ezoic revenue with the traffic that you have. Like I said, I've put all the articles in there that we've talked about today, so you can refer back to them, and then also the slides as well, so that you can take a look at those. I do keep an eye on these threads, and as soon as I can, I'll be able to answer those questions for you as soon as I can, so that you can then start using all these tricks and tips to help increase your Ezoic revenue. Okay, we've not got any questions coming in so far. I'll stay on the line for another couple of minutes in case you do have any questions. If you do have any about this presentation or about how to increase your revenue with Ezoic, do let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them today. If you've got all your questions answered and you've got all the information that you need today, I will close this session early. That enables me to then be able to answer questions on community and get back to you folks in tickets quicker. But I'll stay on the line for another moment or so, and then we'll close the session down after that. Please do look out for the sort of mirror image of this session, if you like, in a couple of weeks' time, where we're going to talk about how to increase your traffic to your website. So that's going to be about, again, using data within the big data analytics. It's going to be about using the tools within your Ezoic dashboard, such as Niche IQ topics, again, FlickerFi and Humix. These are all great tools that have multiple positive impacts on your website. So that's going to be taking place in a couple of weeks' time. As soon as we've got the date selected, I'll put it in the Ezoic YouTube channel, which will also then reflect in the Ezoic Facebook travel as well. So Godita News has said it's not clear. If you could expand on that for me, I'd be happy to answer that question. Apologies, I'm not sure which element isn't clear, but do let me know and we can go from there. So Tales from the Collection, Autographs and Fan Mail has said hello. Hello, thank you for joining me today. It's great to have you as part of this session. I'll stay on the line for another moment or two just to see if we've got any questions coming in. If we haven't, I'll close the session down today. Do remember that I do the live sessions, which are general sessions, every Wednesday at 9 a.m. GMT. So with those sessions, it's a bit like this in terms of we broadcast live on YouTube and also Facebook, and from there you can ask questions that you like. With those Wednesday sessions, they're more general. So it's more about the questions that you would like to ask about Ezoic tools, your data and the wider publishing space, and it enables you to be able to answer those, get those answers live, and be able to ask any follow-up questions that you would like as well. Part of those sessions are also really useful in terms of being able to learn from each other. So we get some really good feedback as part of these sessions to be able to understand what's worked well for other people, what they've tried, which I think is an added benefit as well. Matthew Soto, welcome Matthews, and thank you for joining me today, has said, hi, quick question. Can you use an ad size such as 970 by 250 on both top of page and under page title at the same time? Yes, absolutely. Providing your website is wide enough to be able to accommodate that particular ad size, that's absolutely fine. What you're going to need to be really careful of is the 970s by 250s aren't standard as part of the underpage title. And the reason for that is you need to be really careful about the balance between ad and content. So at the very top of your page, Google doesn't consider the menu as content. And so if you have an ad placeholder right at the top of your page, which is 970 by 250, you've got the title and then you've got an underpage title, ad placeholder of 970 by 250. Potentially you could then be showing two ads above the fold where there isn't any content. So when you're looking at your website and adjusting those ad units, it's important to remember and take this into consideration. What you may want to do as part of this is just make sure that when you place the underpage title, you place it actually under the first paragraph of your content and put that ad placeholder there. Now that sounds a bit strange where I've said, well, why would you place an underpage title under the first paragraph? And the reason for this is the underpage title, it's important that it flows from the top of your website, where the first ad placeholder needs to be the top of the page, and then the second ad placeholder needs to be under page title. But it doesn't have to actually be directly under the page title. If by positioning it there, it would cause a Google AdSense violation, what you then need to do is just adjust the position of your ad placeholders so that they're going to be compliant with Google AdSense policies, whilst also making sure that they flow down the website page in the order of top of page, under page title, under first paragraph, and under second paragraph. The advertisers will still pay extra, or they'll target those ad placeholders to be in that under page title position, and it's absolutely fine that it's under that first paragraph. By having that first paragraph of content there, this can help to ensure that you've got enough content on your website page above the fold to be able to show those bigger ad sizes. So it's a balance between everything. So I hope that helps, Matthews. If you do have any more questions, do let me know. I'll stay online for a moment or two longer, and then we'll close for today if no questions do come through. Now, if you're just joining us, please do head over to community. So on this thread here, I'll just show you it right from the top so you can see that. We've got a thread which has got the replay on so that you can go back and watch that replay. And also as part of that, you've got the articles that we've used in today's session as well. If you do have any questions when you watch the replay or take a look through the slides, please do let me know within this thread. I do keep an eye on it, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Okay, so we haven't got any new questions coming in, so I'll close the session for today. I just want to thank you all so much for joining me. If you are an Access Now publisher, please do check out your news feed within your Ezoic dashboard. Our most recent customer survey has been released, and we really appreciate your feedback to understand how we can do better to look after you and to help your business grow. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.